Now, Donald Trump continues to bully his own attorney general, which is kind of sad. Now, he's doing so because Jeff Sessions had recused himself from the Russia probe. And after he did that, Trump became furious. And now, over the last week, Donald Trump has continued to unload on him, both in interviews as well as on Twitter. And in fact, this kind of started with an interview in the New York Times. In that interview, Donald Trump said that, look, if he had known that Sessions was going to recuse himself over Russia, over meeting with the Russian ambassador and failing to disclose those meetings over multiple times, Sessions, if he knew that Sessions was going to recuse himself for doing that, he wouldn't have hired him in the first place. Okay. So now that, of course, the Russia probe has been really getting under Donald Trump's skin for the last few months, and now that Mueller has expanded his original investigation from, Russian vote meddling and all that stuff into Donald Trump's actual corruption, he's getting even more angry. Especially the fact that his own attorney general is actually not leaping to his defense. Not only that, but he's also been fuming about the torrent of embarrassing leaks from the White House, and he's been desperate to change the conversation away from his failures and away from all of those leaks that are just making him look bad, which is evidenced in this tweet where he again brings up Hillary and berates Sessions. And you know that he's trying to change the subject when he brings up Hillary. He says, Attorney General Jeff Sessions has taken a very weak position on Hillary crimes. Where are the emails and DNC server and Intel leakers? That's fairly clear. Okay. So now how does Jeff Sessions feel about this? Well, he went on Tucker Carlson's show and he actually said this. He said it's kind of hurtful, but the President of the United States is a strong leader. So basically he says, man, I'm hurt. Like, yeah, it kind of stings and I don't like it. It makes me feel bad. But President, he's so strong. He's so strong. So, he's like, I gotta praise Trump even while he's kicking my ass. This is what a beta male looks like. He's getting cucked right now. I'm just saying. No. Sessions continues. He's determined to move the country in the direction he believes it needs to go to make us great again, and he has a lot of criticisms, and he is steadfastly committed to getting his job done, and he wants all of us to do our jobs, and that's what I intend to do. Now he further continues whether or not Trump can fire him. He says he can make that clear at any time. I serve at the pleasure of the president. If he wants to make a change, he can certainly do so, and I would be glad to yield in that circumstance. No doubt about it. So here's Sessions. He's getting punched in the face, and he's going, yes, sir, can I please have another? So, look, and what's funny about this is that Sessions, he is the guy who stuck his neck out for Trump. He was one of the first major endorsements. And he's literally doing everything that the Trump administration wanted to do, including fuck over minorities, people who smoke marijuana, both recreationally and for medical purposes, bringing back civil asset forfeiture, empowering the police, increasing mandatory minimums, and he's doing everything he can also to try to keep immigrants out with anti-immigrant policies, all that stuff. That's what Sessions has been doing. He's been rolling back President Obama's reforms at the Justice Department. So he's doing everything that Trump wants him to do, except defend him on Russia. All that stuff, that's not enough for him, because all Donald Trump cares about is, are you defending me? Are you on television sticking up for me? Or are you part of my legal team that is here to defend me? Again, that's all he cares about. So that's him publicly, right? What about privately? Well, according to his friends, he's mad. A Sessions ally familiar with his thinking said, quote, Sessions is totally pissed off about it. It's beyond insane, it's cruel, and it's insane, and it's stupid. Hey, 3 things that match Donald Trump. Cruel, insane, and stupid. Wonderful. Now, those same allies have said, look, he can attack Sessions all he wants. Sessions ain't leaving. It's not happening. Well, we'll see what happens, right? Now, I mean, look, Sessions is there because he is doing everything the right wing wants him to do. So, again, he's rolled back a lot of President Obama's and Eric Holder's reforms at the Justice Department, and he also has a lot of allies from the Senate. Now, for example, Lindsey Graham. Now, he had this amazing quote here that I want to tell you on what would happen if Donald Trump fired Jeff Sessions. Quote, "This effort to basically marginalize and humiliate the Attorney General is not going over well in the Senate. I don't think it's going over well in the conservative world. If you believe Jeff Sessions should be fired, use the power you have and accept the consequences." Okay, so let me stop there. There's more quotes, but now this is great. He's right. It's not going over well in the conservative world. Breitbart is now attacking Trump. Breitbart is a huge ally of Sessions. White supremacists are also an ally of Sessions. There's a lot of people that are like, no, he's a stand-up guy. We love Jeff Sessions. We love the job that he's doing. He is really fucking those minorities, man. We love that. So keep doing it. What are you doing, Donald Trump? He's the perfect guy. He's the perfect guy, and you're shitting all over him. Well, that's what Donald Trump does. Now, as far as whether or not Donald Trump will fire Sessions and accept the consequences, have you ever heard of Donald Trump accepting any consequences? No, of course he doesn't. That's something Trump isn't willing to do. In fact, that's why Trump is bullying Sessions to try to get him to resign. Now, here's that other part of the quote from Graham. He says, "I'm 100% behind Sessions. There will be no confirmation for a new attorney general in 2017 if Jeff Sessions is fired." Now, that's strong. He's saying that, no, if you fire him, we're not going to replace him. We're fucking serious. Do not mess with Jeff Sessions. In fact, he says, if Sessions is fired, there will be holy hell to pay. Now, this is coming from Lindsey Graham, but it's echoing a lot of other conservatives as well. I believe Orrin Hatch also spoke in favor of Sessions. He's got a lot of allies in the Senate. Okay. Now, he said any effort to also go after Mueller, who is a special investigator, who is looking at Donald Trump's corruption, well, they also said if you go after Mueller, it could be the beginning of the end of the Trump presidency, unless, of course, Mueller did something wrong. Now, that's important because that actually leaves him an out. Now, Trump's allies, in a previous story, I told you that they're actually looking for a way to exploit that and have Sessions be able to reverse his recusal. Now, they're saying, like, hey, Mueller, he's not looking into the, election tampering or whatever, right? The meddling in the election. No, they're not interested in that anymore. No, what he's looking at is Donald Trump's personal financial ties to different Russians, okay? Exposing his political financial corruption. And Donald Trump does not like that. He doesn't like that at all. And that's actually why he's desperate to get rid of Sessions. Look, they're going to find some sort of corrupt deal. Why do you think they're so worried about Sessions? Why do you think they're so worried about Mueller? Okay, they're going to find something because Trump is not above corruption. He bathes in corruption, and he's too stupid to hide it. So, again, he wants to get rid of Sessions so then he can appoint someone that is going to fire Mueller. Now, Sessions, despite having his feelings hurt, look, he's not going anywhere. Because he knows, to him, his job's actually really important. Now, Sessions is also defending his decision to recuse himself. Now, he told Tucker Carlson, quote, "I understand his feelings about it, but because this has been a big distraction for him. But I'm confident I made the right decision. The decision is consistent with the rule of law. An attorney general who doesn't follow the law is not very effective in leading the Department of Justice." Now, that is a very sensible thing to say. And look, there's another thing, another reason that he's not leaving yet. It's because he's going to try to get back on Trump's good side. Again, he believes in Donald Trump, so he's going to do what he can to serve him to get back on his good side, and he's going to do that by going after leakers, of course. He says it cannot continue. Some people need to go to jail. The president has every right to ask the Department of Justice to be more aggressive in that, and we intend to. So be more aggressive in going after the leakers. Okay. Now, he also intends to continue enacting the far-right agenda, which I think is actually way more important to him than his personal feelings. He's actually fine with being attacked as long as he can continue to do what he's doing to crush minorities, help the police state. And unlike Trump, Sessions actually believes in his mission. He actually believes that he's doing the right thing. Now, he's doing the wrong thing, but he believes he's doing the right thing. Now, unlike Trump, who doesn't believe in anything, he doesn't have any core values other than, I don't know, how's it going to help me? Am I going to get money off of it? Am I going to get rich off of it? That's all I care about. Is it going to make me look better? Trump has no core values. It is all about his own vanity. And that's why he's like, Jeff Sessions, sad. I can't wait. I'd like to fire him because he's not defending me against Hillary, against the Russia stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. But that's who Donald Trump is. And on Sessions, who actually does believe in his mission and does believe he's doing the right thing, that's actually what makes him very, very dangerous. So, you know, it feels like we're in a weird spot today. Sort of defending Sessions, even though he's actually terrible. But at the same time, as long as he's there, Trump can't openly make the move. He could theoretically, but he's not going to make the move to fire Mueller because that's an incredibly bad move. And of course, Mueller is the one that's investigating Trump on things that on corruption that you could actually find. So it's like you're kind of defending a really shitty person in order to get at the shittier person. It's strange, but unfortunately, that seems to be the state of politics in America today. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.